Greetings, guide bushing gurus and greenhorns. I'm Scott with GenSwiss, technical supervisor, and with me in the studio today is a special guest.
Hello, my name is Stephan from PCM Precision Tooling in Switzerland. I'm the managing director and we are producing all the live tools you can buy from GenSwiss.
Fantastic. And Stephan, how long have we known each other? It's been quite some time.
It's around 17 years.
I would say so. And it's almost as old as the PCM and GenSwiss partnership. PCM and GenSwiss have been working together to bring driven tools to the U.S. market now for CNC Swiss machines for somewhere in the realm of a little over 20 years at this point. I'm going to say about 22 or so. It's been a fantastic partnership, and one of the great things about it is you guys are very driven. You guys are very forward-thinking in terms of bringing out new technology available to the industry. And the fantastic thing about that is it's incorporated into your new logo. You guys have recently developed a new logo and a new brand image that kind of encompasses that whole thing.
I mean, this is very important to be driven, especially on the market today. The needs are developing from our customers, and we have to be up to date to survive and to give the best support to our customer as we can.
Mm-hmm. And one of the other great things about being driven is you've got the capability now of developing one-off live tools that might be purpose-built that a customer might have. So a purpose-built, driven live tool. That's well within your realm of capabilities now.
Yeah. So we do around 60 new tools developing and also producing per year.
That's fantastic.
And this is the most of these tools are really custom made. They are specially for a custom need.
Mm-hmm. A good example of that is here at GenSwiss, we recently did one where a customer had a very long workpiece with a lot of cross holes. Mm-hmm. They wanted to drill 2 holes at once. Really simple application, but the live tool really effectively cut the cycle time in half. And it was a special one-off product made just for that one job. High volume job, but it definitely needed to be produced quicker. And that was one solution of doing it, making it a special tool. So on that note, being driven about furthering the technology, we got some interesting stuff here that we want to talk a little bit more about, some new cutting-edge products available from PCM Precision Tooling. The first and foremost is, and this is one that I think that we really need to get the word out on a little bit more because I think it's groundbreaking, is your new Coolant-through system. Tell us a little bit more about that.
Yeah, so I mean, Coolant-through is in all milling machines standard today. And why is it standard? It's standard because it's a need. You have a longer lifetime of your tools. You have a process that is more secured. And this is sometimes I don't understand why it's not happened, why it's not standard in the Swiss-type machines. So you don't find any live tools with Coolant-through, and this we want to change. We changed it already. The most different tools we have are available with coolant and without coolant.
Yep. One of the biggest hurdles with the Swiss machines is the fact that you have multiple live tools all affixed to one tooling drive. Yeah. And the problem previously was if you were going to have Coolant-through capability on that spindle, you had to have the oil on to protect the sealing mechanism to deliver the oil through the tool. Problem with that is you're diverting pressure off into an area that's not in the cut. So now, with PCM's new Coolant-through technology, you can run the coolant through the tool that's in the cut, and then when that high pressure is shut off to that specific tool, there's actually a coupling mechanism that disengages and protects the sealing of the live tool. So it can be off running over in the corner while another tool is actually in the cut. I think that's groundbreaking, and that's being incorporated onto pretty much the entirety of the product line now, right?
Yes, that's true, and it's also important. A lot of people say, "But is there a need for this?" But I mean, yes. When you set up a machine, you don't have always oil turning on, so you take an oil shower, and you don't want to have an oil shower, or on the gang or on the turret on several machines. The Coolant-through is only at the position where the tool is working, and so there it's turning without cooling, and when you turn seals without cooling, they're burning up.
Mm-hmm. So this new technology gets away from that problem, which is fantastic. That's groundbreaking. We've actually got a couple of examples on the table here in front of us right now. Obviously, these are available in steel as well, but the plastic is really just to kind of show the internals of the components. So you can actually see in the back portion over here on the tool itself, you can see where the coolant delivery is. So this is the valving mechanism. Your feed line would be up here, running to your high-pressure pump. When the oil is delivered, this engages, delivers through the spindles, and delivers through whatever cutting tool you might be using over here on the other end.
And what is also important, you can see here a slot. And this slot is when this couple is open, there is maybe one drop is falling out, and then it's falling out in the area of the machine, and it doesn't go into the bearings.
It's external from the bearings.
Exactly.
Correct? Yeah, because the number one thing is you don't want cutting oil in with the grease for the bearings.
Exactly.
So this is all isolated and separate from the rest of the live tool, which again is super innovative and groundbreaking in that realm of driven tooling. The other really nice added benefit is the one we have right here just happens to be a high-speed unit, so you can do high-speed milling and drilling with this one, as well as this guy here is an axial one. And we'll just show you real quick on the internals of this one here because the gearing is definitely pretty impressive.
This is 1, 2, 3 acceleration, and with the coolant-through. And here were the problem when this spindle here is speeding up to 24,000 RPM. And you have a seal on the spindle to get in with the oil, they will burning up. So what we did, we go here in, we go through the 1-to-1 spindle with seals in it, and then with the same coupling system, we go into the main spindle.
So you're really only engaging in the slower portion of the live tool.
Yes.
So that's going to give you prolonged service life as well.
Exactly.
Yep. Another thing I'd really like to touch on quickly here. So GenSwiss is the North American service center for all PCM Live Tools. So you get the process stability of the product itself, but when the time does come and ultimately you need to have service, we use PCM genuine OEM parts when we do the reassembly and the rebuild. Yeah. And I would say we've probably got somewhere in the realm of a 95% success rate in getting a high mileage tool back to being to factory new specifications after it's had a lot of time out there in the field in its service life. So that kind of really covers that part of the product line. The next thing I think is actually a really nice innovation in the field of thread whirling. So thread whirling is one of those types of processes where it's kind of complicated to get in that you need to have a live tool, you need to have a cutter ring, and you need to have the engineered carbide. And another thing that's really important with thread whirling is the coolant delivery. And problems that have always kind of plagued the process is making sure that your coolant delivery is in the ideal location in the machine, because chip evacuation is paramount.
And you have to be with your whirling ring as close as possible to the guide bush to don't have vibration. Now you have the problem how I get the coolant exactly to this place.
There's no room for nozzles.
Yes.
So PCM has come up with a phenomenal system that's not only quick change using a bayonet style installation system for the live tool, but we've also got the ability to bring coolant directly through the ring at the point of cut. And we'll get into showing a little bit of that there right now. So here we've got a slow motion video showing the coolant being delivered through the ring on the front side of the live tool. And you can see right there, I mean, that's a fantastic visualization.
Yeah, and of course, some of you are thinking, yeah, but it's not spinning. But it's not spinning to show the effect. When it's spinning, you don't see anymore the effect of the cooling system.
But you did actually engineer it in such a way, too, so that it actually uses the centripetal force to help push the oil through the ring as well.
Exactly.
So you don't have to use exceedingly high pressure to be able to deliver it, because that ring's going to be spinning at Oh, I know generally when we're running a lot of thread whirling applications using the Utilities multi-deck system or the GenSwiss TrueForm system, we're usually running somewhere in the realm of 2,500 to 3,000 RPM on average. And at that point there, when you have oil inside the ring, if it wasn't engineered just so, the oil would have a hard time getting out. So it's actually set up in such a way so that it pulls and draws that oil through. The other part of it we were talking about is that it is a quick change style cutter ring now. And what we've done here is we've got a recess on the live tool itself that mates to a bayonet system on the back of the whirling ring.
Yeah. So in the next simulation, you can see how the bayonet system, it's from front side, you go in, you turn a quarter turn, and then it's in.
It clicks against like a spring detent system in there, and then it locks from the rear of the cones via 3 small T8 torque screws.
And on the most whirling heads, you can add this coolant kit. So this coolant kit, you can do it also by retrofit. You can put a nozzle on it, but on the same coolant kit, you can now add also this ring what has the coolant-through system. And I mean, this is very phenomenal because you can use your older head, you can use the head for or without cooling system.
Yep. And this is able to be retrofit to products that are already out in the field
the most
service now. Yep. Any of the PCM products. So what we got showing right now is just the coolant delivery. Most important part about this, not only the fact that we got the oil right at the inserts delivering high pressure to get the chip out, it also keeps the oil external on the live tool, keeping that oil away from the high precision bearings that the whirling tool runs on.
Here it's shown just with both cooling system, the nozzle, as you know, as standard, and the cooling system. And here, what you need is the whirling ring, the cooling kit, and the whirling holder of PCM. And you are equipped for your next generation of whirling.
Fantastic. Fantastic. And it is compatible with virtually any of the whirling systems that are out there. So whether you're working with GenSwiss multi-deck, GenSwiss TrueForm, or any of the other ones that are out there, we have whirling rings that are compatible. So you're not getting nailed down to any one specific system as well.
Yeah.
Yep. Show you real quick a little bit about how the bayonet system works. I think this is fantastic here. So one thing that is always a headache about thread whirling is if you had to change your carbide out, oftentimes you got to remove the entire head. Now you're disturbing your lead angle. So the idea behind the bayonet system was here. You can see this white piece in my hand is basically the receiver end. This would be installed. This is based inside of the live tool. And then we have the compatible whirling rings with the interface that interlocks. So it's as simple as inserting in and then just clicking. And then from the back side of it here, we've got 3 locking screws that you would approach with a screwdriver or a wrench through the back side of the live tool. So you'll loosen it a couple of pitches, crack that guy free, take it out, index your inserts, and you can go back to the machine and be ready to go again without ever disturbing your lead angle.
Yeah. Or you can prepare a second ring and you just put one out. Second ring is already fit up, put the new ring in, or with coolant here, or without coolant. Here you can see the holes for the cooling system, and also on this side here, maybe you can see it, there are the little holes.
Yes, the
they plug
detents.
in for the springs.
Yep.
But holding the system.
Great innovation in the field of thread whirling and attachments. So that's something that we're really excited about. I think some of the very first ones have made it out into the U.S. market in the last few weeks.
Yeah.
So we're excited to get that going.
So we have also a U.S. patent on this system. What is very special on it, you can drive it also without coolant. So we made the test without cooling. You can turn it, you can use it, and it doesn't blow up.
You were telling me you ran a test for several hours at 4,000 RPM with no oil.
We made a test 6 hours with 4,000 RPM, and it's still working without any problem. And that's why we get also right now the US patent. We are very proud of it, that we get the patent. And the good thing is you don't affect anything about the bearings. So when this will leaking a little bit, it's outside of the head. So it's never go into the bearings or damaged your whirling head.
It's just another PCM innovation there that gives you process stability.
Yeah.
And that's what you get when you buy PCM tools is process stability. Yeah, I think that kind of covers that in pretty good depth. The last thing that we really wanted to go into is kind of a process that not a lot of people are doing, but at the same time, there's a lot of benefit that you can get from it. And one of the issues that we've always had was sourcing the tooling from multiple places. I'm talking about Polygon milling. So historically, GenSwiss has been offering the PCM Live Tools, but we were never really able to offer the cutter disc and the inserts. So we've recently decided to make GenSwiss a one-stop shop for PCM Live Tools as well as the Polygon cutters themselves from our manufacturing partner Utilities, where we're able to deliver a whole turnkey solution for polygoning. So what exactly is polygoning?
So polygoning is nothing else that you do by synchronization of your tool with the bar, with the material. You cut a hexagon or a square with a turning tool. That makes it very fast and also very easy to programming, because you have to programming just the axe Z and it's turning you a hexagon.
So much faster than an end mill, significantly faster than running along, especially if you have something that's too long for the guide bushing lands and you have to pull it back through and you have to segment it. This is all done in one shot. So now GenSwiss and PCM are able to get you there right out of the box with a turnkey solution from one source. Makes it nice and easy. That kind of goes in hand with the GenSwiss motto of making the machinist's life easier.
So what is also very special on polygoning, the most people think, we can do just a hexagon. But no, you cannot. In the same process, you can produce also at the same time another form like a chamfer, a radius, whatever you like. Here is just an example what you can do by polygoning in one cut.
Great example of the speed right there too. Significant reduction in cycle times if you're going to be making any kind of a polygon on the external. So, well, I think that covers everything we wanted to go over with today, Stephan. So thanks so much for coming in. It was good to have you here today.
Thank you very much for having me here, and I wish you a pleasant day.
Very good, and thank you for your time and attention.
Thank you.